Conor McGregor made $2 million to fight fucking Diaz in this bloodbath of 5 rounds?
I know, it's rough.
$2 million? No wonder he's going to do whatever he can to fight Floyd Mayweather.
And probably fight Paulie next.
He ain't going to fight Paulie
Why
next.
wouldn't you?
Paulie's retired.
Paulie wants that fight.
But
think about it. Because so the UFC's taking a big cut of this. So let's say, and Conor has McGregor promotions, right? So let's say this. Let's say you're Conor McGregor, and let's say in this weird fight world, he has a good showing against Floyd Mayweather. People are like, damn, that motherfucker can actually box. He rocked Floyd. Still lost, though. And then there's actually bad blood between him and Paulie. And Conor goes, man, I could just put my own promotion, fight Paulie, make 40 million. Or I can go to the UFC, fight Nate Diaz, give them a huge chunk, maybe make 10 mil. Or they're going to give me some killer and Tony Ferguson and Khabib. Fuck it, I'm going to fight Paulie.
So what do they sign? Lifelong contracts with the UFC? Like,
No.
when does it end?
It's usually depends. They usually make you do 4 to 6 fight deals.
So when is one of these guys going to go, fuck it, I'm Conor McGregor. Let's say whatever happens with the Floyd fight. Let's say a year, 2 years, his contract runs out. Let's just philosophically say, he's going to say, fuck this.
Yeah.
You want to fight? Let's fight. We keep the money.
Yeah, exactly. There's been only one guy to really do that, and it's going to be Conor. Conor could go, you know what? Let's do Paulie, do it in Dublin, that huge arena. I
would respect that.
80,000 people. Paulie, let's do it. We'll share the gate.
I would respect that.
How dope would that be?
I would respect that.
And then you have the Ali Act, too, now with boxing.
Which is?
I mean, if you look up the Ali Act, I don't want to fuck it up, but bring it up, Chin. But with the Ali Act and with it helps the boxers out so much more, and that's what the fighters are trying to get. But again, the fighters, they don't fight for it right now.
I can't read that shit. You can read that shit?
Yeah, I can. But it's basically scroll up for me, Chin, so I can start. So Muhammad Ali Boxing Reform Act, commonly referred to as the Ali Act, is a federal law that was introduced in 1999, so not that long ago. Enacted Congress, protect the rights and welfare of safety act by expanding upon legislature's exploitation, conflict of interest. So you can't have the promoter and the fighter. You know what I'm saying? So Dana's the promoter, the owner, and manages the fighters.
How much money does Dana White have?
Well, when they sold the UFC, he made $400 million.
That's right, they sold it.
But Dana's still, minority owner. He's still the president. The act was enacted in response to widespread abuse of boxers by means of exploitation, rigged rankings, and rigged matches.
You read good.
So you can't have, the UFC making the rankings, making the fights, decide where you're going to fight, who you're going to fight, then get a portion of the gate, signing your contract. So you need a third party.
Right. I agree.
That's the Ali Act, which is brilliant.
I agree.
Yeah. So with Conor, he could do that.
He should do that.
I think he's going to do something like that. I don't, unless the UFC gives him a percentage of the company, which we'd never find out till very later down the road. If they give him some huge gate, otherwise, why are you going to fight in the UFC?
Isn't the fight that everybody wants to see in the UFC? He beat Nate. Nate beat him
At 70. Yeah,
both were great.
Yep.
Why isn't that fight happening?
Because he can make $100 million fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, but after that,
because he's going to make $10 million fighting him when he could fight Paulie for $60 million.
So would you say that fight's never going to happen? I
think it's going to happen, but the UFC is going to have to bend the rules like they've never had to before.
In terms of giving them money.
And Conor finally has all the chips in his corner, because this is what's happening right now. Conor's dangling the carrot in front of the UFC's face going, no, just let me do this. We'll co-promote this. Let me get this money. I'll get 100. You guys get 44 million. Let me just do this. I'll come do your fight. Then he's going to do it, have a good show, and be like, fuck you, pay me. Where's my money? You can't make this fight without me.
And what about Nate?
Nate's a guy, he wants to fight too. And Nate's going to get paid off that fight too. But again, he's not going to have the demands Conor's going to have. He's still going to get paid his regular salary.
That's fucking ridiculous. Why is that
That's why the
a goal to fuck Nate Diaz? Why is that something that like the UFC wants to do?
It's not a goal, but this is, and here's the counter argument to that.
Well, I don't understand why that's like cool.
Here's the counter argument though, Rap. If you're an owner of a business and you that's you have a contract, but your employee's going, bro, I'm worth more than this. Pay me $1 million instead of $500,000. You go, but it says your salary is $500,000. You're not gonna be like, all right, here's $1 million, right?
I don't know.
It's
man.
fucked. It's a scary situation.
Has Nate been on this show?
No.
Well, so what is Nate Diaz up to? I fuck with Nate Diaz. I fuck with the fucking Diaz brothers.
Yeah, most people do. He's been offered fights, but I think he's just waiting for this Conor fight. And then Nick got suspended because USADA, if you have to tell him your whereabouts if you're still an active fighter, and he just was like, "Fuck it, I don't."
Because they smoke weed, right?
Yeah.
Is weed illegal in MMA?
In camp,
and UFC?
Outside, it's not. You can
what?
Smoke, like if you're in camp, like getting ready for a fight, you can't smoke. Outside of camp, you smoke all the weed you want.
They don't test you.
They test you, but you're not going to get flagged for recreational drugs. But yeah, with Nate, I think he's literally just waiting for that trilogy fight. He's hoping it happens there. But that's the thing with Nate. What happens if it doesn't happen? And what do we do?